Hi everyone, this is Brad in Fort Worth, Texas. Wanted to do a short video on the Nighthawk BDS9. This is chambered in 9mm. At this time, the BDS9 is the only caliber you can get. Maybe that'll change in the future. It would be cool if they would make it in a 45 or 40 or something like that. But as of right now, it's only in a 9mm. It's got about 5,000 rounds through it. Flawless. No feeding issues whatsoever, which most 9mm don't have. Or at least from what I've experienced. Price point is around $6,500 when it's all said and done, including, with the tax and all that stuff. But this is an amazing gun, I will say that. It's extremely smooth. Now, it's not an Atlas and it's not an Infinity, but it's an extremely, extremely nice gun. Nighthawk makes amazing guns, and they've been doing it for a long time. I don't really have loyalty to any particular gun maker. I just like shooting nice guns, and whichever one I fall in love with, that's kind of the one I keep. So let me just kind of give you some views so you can see all the angles of the gun in case you're thinking about purchasing one. Grip texture is great. I love the aggressive texture of the grip. That is very nice. I like that. One thing I do not like, and let me say this. So whenever you buy the gun, it'll have this plate on top of it. This is the Trijicon OMR plate for the Nighthawk, but it will have this, which is basically the interchangeable optic system. Allows you to switch back and forth extremely quick. Very easy. It's just a little pin that goes in here. I'll show you a little bit more about that here in a second. This, I will be getting, actually I've already sold this. And so I want to do this video because I'm about to basically break it down and clean it and get put it in a package and take it over to UPS here shortly. So it's a very nice gun, kind of like all Nighthawks are. Recoil is very minimum, as you would expect from a gun of this size and weight for a 9mm. One thing I do like, or let me say this, I've kind of read some stuff about using this particular gun, the BDS9, as like a competition gun. I don't know how you would, with as heavy as the trigger pull is. And I'll do a little gauge here, but it's almost 4 pounds, about 3.5 pound trigger pull. Now the reset on it is awesome, and I'll go through that here shortly. But I just want to give you kind of what the gun looks like from, all different angles. Easy to rack the slide with these serration. They're pretty, I wouldn't say sharp or anything like that, but due to the spacing in between those, kind of opposite of what you'll see on some of the 1911s, the serrations, or at least from what I've seen on the 1911s, a lot of them are very close together. I love how they space them apart like this. You can get amazing grip on the slide. Grip texture, aggressive, awesome. I do love the grip texture, which I like aggressive grips, so it's perfect. Let's see, it's got the grip safety, and it wasn't until I got into, Atlas, or getting a gun without the grip safety. I love it, not having one on there. Of course, it's not a deal breaker. I've never not gripped the gun correctly where it didn't fire because of the grip safety wasn't engaged. But after having, which I'll do a video on that. I did do a video on the 40 caliber Titan, the Atlas Titan, and I got rid of that because I have a 40 caliber Infinity coming next month. So I'm really looking forward to the Infinity. No feeding issues at all, which is probably pretty common with most 9mm. I don't think, no, there hasn't been one malfunction or one feeding issue, and up 5,000 rounds, all different kinds of range ammo. Most of that stuff's pretty dirty. Yeah, you could put a light or laser or something like that on it. It's got one serration at the bottom of the frame. Lines are great. They're perfect. I mean, the work, I mean, I wouldn't say this is not a fancy or detailed gun, I should say. It's extremely, to me, basic, but looks good, looks strong. Bull barrel, love how they crowned it. Hopefully you can see that okay. But the measurement, basically, from the outer diameter of the barrel to the inner diameter of the barrel, it's a very nice large slope, which I was really, I love that. I think that looks really good. I need to go back and edit the Alchemy Prime video. That Alchemy case hardened 45 caliber, I've sold that. I got rid of that. And when I broke it down to clean it, to get ready for shipping, the barrel that they use on a 1911 Alchemy is a piece of shit. It is the thinnest, shitty barrel you've ever seen. I couldn't believe that. So, I don't know. I'm glad I got rid of that fucking thing. I mean, it shoots fine. There's nothing about that. But when you pay $6,000 or whatever it was for that Alchemy case hardened 45, and you find this rinky dink ass barrel. But anyways, I guess that's not about Nighthawk. That's about something else. So the BDS9, yeah, extremely accurate too, super accurate. You know, as close in accuracy as the Atlas is from what I've seen. I wish you could. I wish they would allow you to choose a lighter trigger pull weight or trigger pressure weight, whatever you call it. 3.5, almost 4 pounds to me is way too heavy. Or you should at least be able to have a choice, I think. But taking nothing away from the gun, it's extremely nice. Shoots great, feels great. Weight is perfect. But yeah, this is kind of the gun, from what I understand, or at least from what I've seen. The gun, it is what it is. It comes like this, except for with this plate on top. One thing I do like is that how the safety is in line with the top of the frame, but below the rail or below the slide. I really like that. Which, I mean, it seems like on a lot of the competition guns, you kind of have that thumb rest, which I love the thumb rest. I think that's awesome. You can really get down pull on the gun to keep the muzzle flip extremely minimal. Much better with the Atlas than the Nighthawk. And maybe you could probably buy a thumb rest for the BDS9. I don't know. But the lines are perfect. I mean, it's very, very nice. Trigger pull weight, kind of what I was saying. I don't like the trigger pull weight on this at all. .6. 3 pounds 10 ounces, which is what I've kind of been getting. 3.9, 3.10, 3 pounds 10 ounces, 3 pounds 9 ounces. $3.10. Three pounds 9 ounces. So it's at least this particular gun is always, I know it says like 3 pounds, I think, on the website or whenever you buy it, but I'm getting closer to 4 than I am 3. But one thing that is nice about it is that the reset is pretty short. I do think the recess is very nice. And maybe that's why they're calling it a competition gun. I don't know. I don't really know that much about competition guns. I just do this shit for fun. Got into it a couple years ago and really was amazed by the different manufacturers and the art and work and detail and stuff they put into this. But yeah, very short reset. Fortunately, heavy trigger pull, I think. 17 round magazines, or maybe 17 plus 1. Magazines are good, durable, very nice. Slides into the mag well, perfect. So say goodbye to this one because it's gone today. And let's see, and that's because of the Atlas 9mm, at least the Atlas Artemis. That son of a bitch is awesome. That's why this is going. And I got an Infinity, actually 2 Infinity. Well, one comes next month. That model was the Infinity G2 Corsa, and I just ordered one a couple of days ago. That is the Infinity V88. It's like a 4.5 kind of Commander. Or maybe 4.25's Commander, I can't remember. But it's a 4.5 inch barrel, kind of more along the lines of their Carry Infinity. But I'm getting that in a 9mm. Yeah, so the Atlas won out on this. So this is why the Nighthawk is going away. Nothing against the gun. Like I said, Nighthawk makes amazing guns. 1911s, 2011s. It's extremely nice. But it ain't no Atlas. So, yeah, thanks for watching the video. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. I want to show y'all something that's a real fucking pain in the ass. So, whenever you want to disassemble the gun, basically to clean it, one thing I will say that Atlas, I think, is so fucking smart. So whenever you want to get basically your guide rod out, the Nighthawk, whenever you buy it, it'll come with this little, it's like, looks like a paper clip. It's like a half paper clip that you stick in this hole right here, basically like this. Yeah. Stick it in the hole. I'm having a problem with that. So you can put that on there like this, which will allow you to push. It's not the bushing. I don't know what the hell you would call this piece. That kind of protects the spring. So you put that in there. It allows you to pop that out. Then you can take your barrel out and clean it. which I might as well go ahead and do. Come on, baby. To me, this sucks. I have to put that little pin in there. Basically, having to have something like that all the time. I'll just show you real quick, because this is not an Atlas Artemis video. Okay, so here's what the Atlas Artemis looks like real quick. Fucking sweet, bro. Sweet, bro. Got the gold base plate, the trigger. Anyways. Let me go ahead and pause. You know what? I'll do this video, and I'll do this one next, and show you how awesome and how smart Atlas was on getting basically that plug out, or bushing, or fitting, I don't know what you call it, getting out of the gun so you can get the barrel and clean it. It's the smartest shit I've ever seen. So props to them, but that'll be on the next video. So anyway, so this is the Atlas, or excuse me, this is the Nighthawk BDS9, but I just want to show this real quick, how you have to have this little half paper clip thing to put it in this hole. It's a beating, man. Total beating. To get the plate off, fairly simple. You unscrew those little thread screw right here. You unscrew that or loosen it a little bit, and there's a pin over here. Pin this little hole in the side of that plate, and you pop that pin out. And you put this on, pop the pin in, thread the thread screw back down, and then you're tightened. That is a good idea. I think the pin, I don't know, the pin thing's kind of shitty because sometimes the pin can stick. I think once you do it a lot, it's a little easier to get out. But that is a pretty good idea on that. So anyways, that's the Nighthawk BDS9. And I'll do a video on the Atlas Artemis next. So y'all can see what that's like. Y'all be good.